Well, hello there everyone. This is uxwbill, and I have to admit I have absolutely no idea why I'm making this particular video. This poor thing is a shell of a Dell Dimension 4600 personal computer. I saw this sitting on the recycling rack at a computer shop that I worked at for a very brief period of time. And even if you didn't look inside it, you can tell right away it's had a very difficult life. I haven't done anything to it since I got it. It sat on my shelf for a very long time, and I thought that maybe it stood a decent chance of being a survivor, might clean up, be able to be turned into something decent, swipe a couple of parts out of something else, but unfortunately such is not the case. This poor motherboard has suffered indignities in more than one way. I have no idea why someone stole the heatsink off of the 865 chipset, but they did. The system does power up, and it does perform its power on self-test, but it has been unable to initialize any video card that I have put in it. I tried several. The first one I tried was a crappy one that probably doesn't even work, and naturally it didn't. But since no flames or sparks came out of anything, I decided to step up the game a little bit, and I tried a video card that I knew to work in the AGP slot. Got nothing. So then I dug around in my collection and I found a PCI video card, which I sincerely hope was not wrecked by the attempt here. It proceeded a little further than it had with the AGP card. Got nothing out of this slot, nothing out of that slot, but when I stuck it in here, I was able to get a blinking cursor and some error beeps from the power on self-test. So I guess this thing's going on to the recycling. Before it does, I'm going to save a few things out of it. The heatsink, this plastic retention bracket that Dell was so fond of for a while because those are famous for breaking. But here's the thing that's the most amazing to me. Take a look at the specifications on this microprocessor. That is a 533 MHz front-side bus speed, 2.4 GHz rated microprocessor. I believe that would make it Northwood Silicon. I think there were 533 megahertz front-side bus versions of the Northwood. I haven't actually looked this chip up, so if I have that grossly wrong, well, I will clarify down in the video description. But who in the world would take a computer like the Dell Dimension 4600, which is eminently capable of running at the 800 megahertz front-side bus speed and with far better microprocessors than a lowly 2.4 gigahertz Pentium 4, who would configure a machine like this that way? Now, I did run the service tag. You can run it for yourself if you want. Right there it sits. And that is the original microprocessor. Unfortunately, this particular version of the system does not have onboard graphics, so there's no avenue for testing it in that way. So, for whatever reason I had in mind to make this video, that's it. I thank you for watching. And as always, I encourage you to leave a comment. There's only a few other things I think I'll strip off of here. Probably the optical drive, even though I think it's just a CD reader. This thing was truly the most basic of the basic offerings that Dell had. Whoever bought it probably would have been far better served by a more budget-oriented model such as the Dimension 3000 or 2400, unless, of course, they demanded that the system have a video slot.